All is set for a strategic partnership between the Nigerian Shippers Council (NSC), Afreximbank, and the France Minister of Transport to collaborate on the Edo Dry Port. According to the new partnership, the executive secretary of the NSC, Mr. Hassan Bello, made the disclosure on Thursday in Lagos while hosting the Edo State Inland Container Depot and Truck Transit Park Implementation Committee, led by its chairman, Dr. Charles Akigbe. He said that the plans would be concluded during an impending meeting with the leadership of the Afrexim Bank and the France Minister of Transportation. Bello noted that NSC had got an interest from the Afrexim Bank to talk about critical transport infrastructure that could grow the nation's economy, and Edo Dry Port was one of the top priority projects. He also intended to share the Edo Dry Port prospect with the France minister who would visit Nigeria in a fortnight. Although the Edo Dry Port project was expected to have taken off several months ago, the NSC boss dispelled claims that the council has abandoned the project, saying that the dry port was one of the projects NSC intended to market. The potentials of the dry port in Benin has never been questioned, and NSC is enthusiastic about the project as Edo State government and your committee. We want to see this port granted port of origin and destination. We have worked with the Infrastructure Concession and Regulatory Commission (ICRC). We also arranged for the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Transportation, Dr. Magdalene Ajani, to visit and be aware of the project. However, we are exercising caution on the infrastructure which you have invested so much. We don't want the Edo Dry Port to be 100% complete before we declare it as a port of origin and destination. If we have 60%, that is a demonstration of intention, goodwill, and shows the capacity of the sponsors. Benin is a well-deserved city for dry port, but we need concrete investors, so we have to market the project. It is one of the projects we've intend to engage Afrexim Bank for funding. We can't designate parks or market at dry ports. There must be modern infrastructure and processes. There should be refrigerated warehouses, processing centers, connection to other crucial infrastructure such as rail, roads, and so on. The dry port must reflect the economic ambition of Nigeria, he said. While describing the Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki as a development-driven leader, the NSC boss admonished the state to invest in the Edo Dry Port, noting that Kano State has spent 2.4 billion naira to develop the roads leading to the dry port. Bello noted that after the council's gap analysis on the Edo Dry Port, the major challenges with the project included connectivity, as there was no rail connection and the roads are in poor conditions. Responding, Akigbe revealed that the Edo State government has approved the reconstruction of the road leading to the dry port, while a rail connection from Agbo, Delta State, was also in the offing. Akigbe stated that the feasibility master plan for the rail had already been paid for and the project was made for standard gauge rail. Wow, a lot is coming to Edo State. People are stating that what is going on, that there are so many projects that have been talked about in Edo State. They are not being completed, they just talk. So a lot of people, they point out, they call on Governor Godwin Obaseki, what about this, the Osiomo plant, what about this, that no one is functioning now, that they keep coming out and with projects here and there. But this one looks like what is going to turn into a reality, the Edo Dry Port. And the interesting part of this is that in the collaboration, they are collaborating, the partnership is going to be with France. So it's something to expect good from. And anytime such project is carried out, we know it benefits the people because it will create employment. It will create employment because they will need hands to put things together, to do things. Even if it's plants and machines that will do most of the work, they still need to be operated by humans. So it's a good one. And this sports, it's something that will boost the economy. It's something that will boost the development. It will help development in the state. It will help to create development in the state. So we've just been told of how the state where things are. Nigerian Shippers Council (NSC) secretary, when he spoke, he stated that with such a project, they are not waiting for it to be 100% complete before it is regarded as a port of origin and destination. That as long as they get 60%, yeah, they are good to go, and they are going to grant it port of origin and destination. So they are working seriously. They are working with all of the bodies, everything that needs to be put in place. That they've even received a nudge that they are going to get funding from Afrexim Bank for these projects. And they spoke about the governor's involvement. That's Governor Godwin Obaseki. His involvement in all of these projects is something that Obaseki wants as well, because they see the governor as a development-driven leader. They admonish him. They gave him that remark. They spoke about him that way. That is someone that, if it's anything that has to do with Edo State moving forward, that's even his mandate. We know what his mandate is: making Edo State great again. So anything that will make Edo State great again, the governor is always in support of it. Well, one of the bottlenecks they actually pointed out was the poor roads. We know that is infrastructure. We have that challenge. The roads are not good. There are no good connection of roads. You find out that roads that they build, it doesn't last how many months. Some, if you only last, it doesn't last at all because of this corruption we're talking about. They will release funds for a project to be done, and the people that will share the money will share the money. I think that was what Obaseki was even lamenting yesterday. He lamented that the country is owing so much. It's just the country is owing so much, and where the money they borrow, they share it to different states, put it in the hands of different state governors. And these state governors, they should have known that this money we're spending for different projects, they are monies that are borrowed, so they should be used wisely. But at the end of the day, they share them, and all sort of corrupt practices, the monies they earn in different pockets and different places. That why are we here? Why did we find ourselves here? The sort of situation where we find ourselves in these countries as a result of our leaders. Bad governance. Anyway, I would think that as they're also planning for this project, the only challenge they're talking about is the connection, the roads. They should also consider security as well, because security is a major player, it's a major part. We're facing insecurity right now. If this insecurity gets worse, this project is going to suffer more bottleneck. I hope that the governor is considering that as well. Guys, let's hear your take down below in the comment section. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.